You know, when I started this as a joke for Valentine's Day, I didn't expect it to be running for a couple of months. Hello, I'm Landis, and welcome back to Purrfect Date. Right, we have recon to do, apparently. Oh no, because we need the present from the cat, don't we? So we're off to date. Who are we dating? Ah, Kibbles. Poor old Murphy. I've had a busy morning today, so I'm rewarding myself with a longer lunch break. I use the extra time to return to what has become my favourite reading spot in the forest, to finish Kanishiboi. Kibbles was right, the Japanese version has so much more pathos. I read the final page and close the issue. What an ending. When Kibbles told me about the difference in the translations, I didn't expect it to have much of an impact on the story, but it really does. I've put the issue back in its sleeve and closed my eyes for a few moments to recapture the final reunion between Hara and Fumiyoshi. I always thought of it more of a story of war and the quest for power, but I see now that at its core, it's actually a love story. My thoughts are interrupted by the sound of rustling nearby. I open my eyes. Hey Kibbles. Kibbles tumbles out of the bushes again. He's holding an adorable little satchel, which is shaped like a penguin.
Hello, Sally. Have you read Kanishiboi then?
Yes, I just finished it now. It was fantastic. Really quite moving.
Yeah, the battle scene is awesome.
You want it back? I hand Kibbles the comic book. He examines it closely, clearly looking for any signs of damage or wear. After a while, he seems satisfied. He opens the satchel and carefully places it inside. At the same time, he takes out 3 more comics and presents them to me.
Kanishiboi is pretty good, but it's a bit mainstream for these days. You should try these. They're another level. If you want to be taken seriously, you've got to read them.
I struggle to understand who I should be trying to get to take me seriously. I give up. Okay, great. What do you have for me?
First, this is Hokurashi. It's about a kid who finds a puppet that lets him control his parents. Then this one is called Hungry Sparrow. The artwork is sick. There's this character called the Icebreaker. He's a huge polar bear. And the last one is Kuchi or Sabom. It's probably my favourite.
Oh wow, Kuchio Sobomi?
You've heard of it?
I've read it.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Well, I actually couldn't stomach it, but I don't know how well Kibbles will take that. Oh, last time we lied, that didn't go well. To be honest, it was a bit much for me. Kibbles suddenly looks very serious. He reminds me of my lecturers in uni when I answered a question wrong. They didn't want to come right out and say it was wrong.
In what way, much?
I think it's a bit relentless, the gore.
It's not relentless, it's integral.
Really? I felt the scene where Kaida eats that slug was just gratuitous. Totally the wrong place for something so gut-churning.
What? Kaida never eats a slug. You must be thinking of something else.
No, it's right after Miharu brings her the fruit basket. She opens up a banana and the slug is inside.
I remember the fruit basket, but no slug.
Pulls the comic out from its protective sleeve and starts looking through the pages.
Here's the fruit basket. Then it goes straight into the train scene. No slug, see?
Oh, I see what the problem is. This is the shorter version. The slug scene must be in the extended edition.
Extended version?
Yes, I've got it back at the camp. I can lend it to you if you like. Swapsies. Kibbles looks upset for a moment, but quickly composes himself.
Oh well, I've heard the extended version is way too long. That's probably why you didn't enjoy it. The pacing is much better on the standard edition.
You're probably right. You have better knowledge than me on this stuff. He looks super happy and prances around me for a few seconds, catching imaginary insects. Okay, Kibbles. Can I still borrow Hungry Sparrow and Hokarashi? He pulls himself together.
Oh, so you haven't read these?
Not yet. I've heard Hungry Sparrow is excellent.
I'll say nothing until you've read them. We can compare notes then.
Kibbles hands me the comics and packs Kuchio Sobo me away. Thanks, Kibbles. I'll bring them back as soon as I finish reading them.
See that you do.
Kibbles disappears backwards into the bushes once again, never breaking eye contact. Maybe he lives in that bush. Perhaps it's like the TARDIS. Well, that was short and sweet, and difficult to pronounce. More romancing. I don't know why it bothers with this. We don't have a choice. Ooh, solemn. It's been a few days since Kibbles lent me his comics. Although I devoured them on the first night, I've been so busy with work that I haven't had time to return them yet. I'm dying to talk to him about them, so today I've cleared the decks enough to spend a couple of hours with him. I'm waiting in our usual spot when the nearby bush begins to rustle. Hi, Kibbles. You there? No answer. I brought your comics back. Still nothing. I know he's there. He must be playing a game, so I decided to play along. Oh, what a shame. Kibbles isn't here. I so wanted to ask him about Hungry Sparrow. He's so clever. He would know why Nyoko broke the mirror at the end. Kibbles falls out of the bushes.
Obviously, she's just clumsy.
Really? I figured it was a metaphor for her fractured self-image.
A metaphor?
Yes, because her heart was broken when Ryoji fell in battle.
Oh, of course. That goes without saying. But I just feel like that interpretation is kind of tired.
Really? What would your interpretation be then?
I think it might be too complex for you. Let's talk about something else.
Alright. What did you want to talk about?
I'm starving. There's no proper food around here.
I eye the plump British long-hair skeptically. Well, I've got a tin of tuna back at base camp. If you want it, I could easily...
No. That's not proper food. Gross. I'm talking about proper food. Chocolate, crisps, pizza. Have you got any of those?
No, Kibbles, I don't.
But you know how to get them.
What are you implying, Kibbles? I can't just walk into the mess tent and steal armfuls of food in the middle of the day.
Exactly. Meet me outside the mess tent tonight at sundown. Bring a backpack and a torch.
No, Kibbles. Don't like the sound of this.
If you don't help me, I'll just have to do it myself.
I shudder at the thought of Kibbles being let loose in the mess tent without supervision. Well, okay, Kibbles. I'll meet you, but only if you promise to be super stealthy.
My stealth abilities are second to none. I'm a black belt in karate.
I really hope so, Kibs. Because we're going to have to be super ninjas tonight.
Dank.
I've come to the mess tent a little before sundown, hoping to apprehend Kibbles in case he tries to stealthily barge in without me. Finally spot him stalking in the distance, using his tail to brush away any paw prints he's leaving behind. He's taking this so seriously. My heart sinks as I realise how disappointed he'll be when I explain that we can't actually rob the mess tent of all its treats. Hey, Kibs.
Senpai.
Senpai? I have to restrain myself from doing an air grab.
I just wanted to say, it's an honor to raid alongside you tonight.
Yes, what about that, Kibbles?
I promise I won't let you down.
Oh no, why is he being so nice? Well, actually, I don't think it's such a good idea after all.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I was thinking that maybe it would be a step too far to raid the mess tent for spoils.
Are you joking? You changed your mind? Do you think I'm not up to the task? Is that it?
He looks so hurt. I feel really crummy. It's not you, Kibbles. I would gladly heat up a pizza and make a salad to go with it, but I don't think it's a good idea to take any more than that. Kibbles looks at me with disbelief.
Did you just say the word salad?
I did. I'm sorry. This is a really bad idea, Kibbles. Not only could it get me fired, but you could get sick if you ate lots of sugar and flour. and I don't want to be responsible for that.
It seems I was wrong about you. I thought you were heroic. I thought you were cool.
This really strikes a nerve. I'm not sure what to do. I don't know whether to listen to my head or my heart. Oh, well, if we raid, we might get fired. Oh, and he might get ill. So why is there not just a choice to let him take like a little bit of not healthy food? Bollocks. I must stick to my guns and be the responsible one here. Actually, I think taking care of yourself is cool. How uncool would we be if we had pimples and rotten teeth? He looks like he's actually weighing it up. Oh, come on, this can still be fun. I think there might even be some Dizzy Fizzy in the fridge. Small glass won't hurt.
Dizzy Fizzy? Not even the real thing. The night has failed.
He collapsed to the ground in a mock faint and is now rolling around in the dirt. Stop whinging and get up. You need to keep a lookout while I make the pizzas. He leaps up, looking decidedly brighter at the prospect of some action.
Yeah, I'm on it. Give me the 411.
Well, Zane's doing his rounds on the other side of the island, which gives us about 15 minutes.
Let countdown commence.
Would you have to keep your voice down? The marigolds are cleaning in that tent just over there.
So, stop talking. 14 minutes and 42 seconds.
We've snuck into the kitchen area, which is hardly a mission, as the whole thing is open plan. I grab a pizza from the freezer and put it into the microwave to cook. The fridge is unlocked as usual, so I take some lettuce and tomatoes.
It's not exactly premium standard security in this place.
Doesn't need to be. We're on an island. We all get fed. Who would want to steal food?
Duh.
Well, yeah, but this is different. Actually, I'm allowed to eat whenever I want, so it's more like a game. Kibble's face changes. I realise I said the wrong thing, and try to distract him. Hey, could you do me a favour, Gibbs? There should be some salad dressing in the big supply cabinet in the corner. Can you find it for me, please? He tries to nuzzle the door open, but it's locked. Hang on. I get the keys from their usual place on the hook next to the sink and unlock the cabinet.
How come this one's locked?
It's where we keep all the goodies. We only get a treat delivery once a month, so we're a bit more protective of it. I finish making our supper and pack everything away. I lock the store cabinet and return the keys to the hook. Come on then, let's stealth our way out of here. And Hearthstone home.
You mean walk over to your tent?
Yes. We're sitting on the bed, finishing the last of the pizza. I take the cling film off the salad bowl. I cannot believe you won't eat any of this delicious salad. Can't I tempt you with one mouthful?
Yeah.
I kind of agree with him. Do you have the salad dressing?
What?
The bottle of dressing you put in your rucksack.
No.
Go to unzip the penguin bag, but he pounces on it.
It's not in there. Don't go in there.
Kibbles, what on earth? Then I realise. Give me the bag, Kibbles.
Fight me for it. Karate.
He struck a very particular pose which leaves the little rucksack unattended for a second. Thank you. Take the bag and tip it out onto the bed. Oh, Kibbles. There is half the treat ration for the whole camp in the mound between us.
Wow, it's even more than I thought.
You can't keep it, you know that, don't you? But before I even register what's happening, Kibbles has grabbed a bag of marshmallows firmly in his mouth and disappeared out of my tent into the night. There's no point chasing after him. He'll be hidden in a bush before I can catch up to him. I gathered a goodie to take them back to the mist tent. Kibbles is right. Their night has been a fail. Yeah, that didn't go well. Can't make friends with salad. Oh, we need to rest. You had a lovely nap. Thank God we're not getting trippy dreams. Date night. Well, actually, this is when we get our recon, isn't it? Come on, Floofs. I mean, Kibbles. Can't even get his name right. I haven't seen Kibbles since our pizza party the other night. To make sure he didn't overdo it once he left my tent, I approached the clearing near the bushes he likes to hide in. Kibbles, are you there? No answer. Kibbles. The bush sneezes. I know you're in there, Kibbles. You just sneezed. Still no answer.
Kibbles, if you don't come out here, I'm coming in to get you.
Kibbles lazily rolls out of the bushes.
Oh, hi, Sally. I didn't hear you coming.
Kibbles, are you avoiding me?
No, I've just been really busy.
I pull a sticky sweet wrapper out of his long fur. Yes, I can see that. I thought you might be laying low after your stunt the other night.
No, I always do stuff like that.
You always raid the mess tent?
Just, have adventures. Stunts like that are pretty much run-of-the-mill for me.
Okay.
Anyway, what happened to you? I thought you were behind me. I was going to share the loot with you, but you bailed. Bit of a lightweight.
You took the loot from my tent.
It's okay. Not many can keep up with me. Don't be down on yourself.
I decided it's probably best to park it there. So, what's been keeping you away?
I've been working on my project.
Project? What's that?
Just my latest comic.
Comic? You made one?
Yeah, I've been working on it for ages. You're the first person I've told about it.
Well, I'm honoured. Tell me more. What's it about? Can I see it?
It's about a lot of stuff. You can have it, actually.
Really? Kibbles hands me a stack of papers covered with crude markings held together with tape and staples. Oh, it's nice.
It's just the first draft. That'd be worth loads to the right collector.
Yeah, the artwork is quite avant-garde.
I was worried that being a cat would limit my artistic ability. But obviously, I'm a savant.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, it has a unique smell, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to get pens and paints out here. I had to get pretty creative.
Something tells me I'd rather not know too much about his creative techniques. Thank you for this, Kibbles. I'll read it as soon as I get back to base.
Yeah, well, it's pretty complex. You might not get everything in your first read through.
I look at the scratching, paw prints and splatters that make up the page of this rare first edition. No doubt. Maybe once I've read it, we can go through it together.
Yeah, okay. You'll probably need my help.
Right, I'll go make a start then. Thanks again, Kibbles. That's really sweet. Ah, nice, short and sweet and simple. Yay! New unlocks. Disco Cat. Recon. 14. Might be worth taking a closer look at the comic Kibbles made. I'm laying in my tent looking at the comic Kibbles made. It's a really heartwarming thing. He's put a lot of work into it. As I'm looking, I notice something behind some of the colours. Looks like Kibbles might have painted over something he found. I can just about make out a signature in the lower right corner. The more I squint, the more I believe it's Professor Porker's. I wonder what this used to be. I suppose it's possible to clean off the paint and see what's underneath. But I can't bring myself to do that. Maybe there's something at the lab that I can use to see more without destroying the artwork. I arrive at the lab just after dark, when I'm guaranteed to have the place to myself. There's a portable x-ray machine in the back. We use it to examine the bones of cats after changing their diet. It has a light box attached to it so that we can see the x-rays properly. It's the piece of equipment that I'm hoping will reveal the secrets under Kibble's work of art. I lay out the comic on top of the light box. I can see the image quite clearly under the paint. It's a letter. Dear Jonathan, firstly I would like to wish yourself and Martha a very happy new year. I understand your concerns. The recent closure of our account at your cat farm may indeed negatively impact your business. I can assure you this decision was not taken lightly. I would like to take the time to personally thank you and your family for your help in providing us with cats over the years. From your last letter, it's clear that you don't fully understand our reasoning. The traditional methods of farming cats have, as you pointed out, been perfectly acceptable for many years. However, recent advances in technology that our team has employed mean that we are able to produce cats on a far greater scale and much more quickly than using the traditional methods. Our offshore facility can produce 100 cats in the time it would take you to rear 10. I would, however, like to repeat our offer of a job in our offshore nursery. Your family has been an asset to this company for many years, and we'd like to show our loyalty and appreciation. Please do consider this offer seriously. Warm wishes and season's greetings from Professor Purrfect and the team. Ooh, the plot thickens. An offshore cat breeding facility? We have an island overrun with cats right here. Why would we need... Before I can even form the question in my mind, I know what the answer is. This island is the offshore facility. Professor Purrfect is obviously keeping it well under wraps. I look back at Kibble's sweet picture and wonder how on earth he had this letter in his possession. Slowly another thought begins to force its way into my consciousness. What if Jonathan and Martha accepted the offer that was made to them and came to work on the island? What if they brought their young son with them? Could this be Kibble's parents? I decide to respect Kibble's privacy and keep this information to myself. He may not remember any of this, and I don't want to distress him. Oh, snap. The plot thickens quite heavily. Hey, Gibbs. I had a bit of time off this morning, and so I'm eagerly awaiting another meeting of the secret Cat Island Manga Club. I make my way to our usual meeting spot, barely able to contain my excitement. Gibbs, are you ready there? No response. Maybe he's playing around with me. I'll call out to him again. Are you in there, Gibbs? I'm on limited time today. I've got tons of samples to catalogue back at the lab, and I want to run extra checks on the antidote before the prof joins me. After a while, I realise that Kibbles isn't in the bush today, and I'm actually having a full-on conversation with myself. Oh shit, this doesn't seem good. It's not like Kibbs to miss our manga sessions. He loves showing off his superior knowledge. Actually, I'm really enjoying them too. I've learned so much. I can sometimes teach him a thing or two these days. When I'm satisfied that he's stood me up, I decided to check along the beach in case something's happened to him. As I round the bend, near to Trixie's cave, I see a storm of dust clouds. I can just about make out that the cause of the sandy rumpus is Kibbles. He appears to be practicing some kind of martial art for cats. High kicks, turns in the mid-air, lunges and rolls. I watch from a distance for a few seconds. It's really quite impressive. Hi Kibbles, that looks awesome. What is it? He landed rather clumsily at my feet and begins licking himself clean.
Yeah, I told you. I practice karate.
Yes, but I thought you were lying. It's out of my mouth before I can stop it. Not lying.
That's what you said.
No, I meant just, exaggerating maybe. I was wrong. You're amazing.
I'm the best. You're on this island anyway.
Could you teach me a couple of moves? I feign some kung fu stances. Crane and praying mantis. But Kibbles doesn't join in, and I feel a bit silly.
Karate is especially adapted for cats. So...
Well, half teach me then. The joke falls on stony ground. I'm only kidding. Who adapted it? Where did you learn it?
Look, I need to go now. See you.
Can't believe he's walking away. Hang on a minute there, partner. I catch up and fall in step as he walks with purpose. Where are you going?
What's with all the questions?
I thought we were having a manga club today.
Can't, sorry.
Is something wrong, Gibbs? He stops and looks me directly in the eyes.
I wanted to spare you this, but it's you.
What's me?
You keep stalking me, trying to be like me, and it's cramping my style, to be honest.
Huh? I thought we had the same style.
Yes, it's not even close. It's understandable that you'd want to be like me, but you shouldn't put people on pedestals.
I'm completely thrown. I thought we were getting along great. What about all the things we have in common?
Dude, we disagree on most stuff. I have a very unique vibe that you admire, but cannot emulate.
Oh, we're Batman and Robin, Bonnie and Clyde, Thelma and Louise.
I don't know who more than half of those people are.
Okay, not Thelma and Louise, but you know what I mean. We're amigos. Droogs.
Why do you keep talking in that weird way? The thing is, Sally, I don't do the whole BFF thing. I'm more like the Lone Ranger.
Yes, and I'm...
Without Tonto.
Kibbles. What are you trying to say? There is a long pause. He makes no attempt to answer. I think his eyebrows are raised. Then the penny drops. Oh yes, of course. Schopenhauer.
Yeah?
To live alone is the fate of all great souls.
Probably, yeah, that's it. That, and I don't really like people breathing down my neck 24/7.
I find his honesty really refreshing, but I can't help feeling a pang of loss. I salute you on your journey.
Yeah, see you around.
As I watch him slink off, I wish Scotty would just beam me up. Wow. Got turned down by the nerd. I'm really shit at this. Yay, lovely nap. Magic. Let's see what's going to happen today. Yes, we are done. Don't really want to get fired again. I arrived at the lab a little bit later than usual today. I got held up by the incredibly important task of petting all the cats I saw on the way in. Really crucial stuff. As I enter, I see a large, unmarked wooden box on the table. Morning, Professor. I wasn't expecting you to be working alongside me today.
I'm not, I'm afraid. I'm actually in rather a hurry, and I need to explain to you a new protocol I'd like you to carry out for me.
He opens the lid of the crate, and inside are rows of small clear bottles, each containing white fluid. What's this? Milk?
No. These are samples from the offshore lab.
Samples of what?
So many questions. Curiosity is a marvelous trait for a scientist. Now, I want you to run some tests on these. I want to check how they respond to contact with compounds 16, 18, and 24.
I notice how deftly he evaded my question.
Once you've done that, provided there are no complications, I'll need you to apply the sample to some of the cats and record the results.
Beg your pardon?
Apply the sample to the cats. Sally, we're looking for a specific reaction.
Of course, sir, but oughtn't I have a little more information before I start applying an untested product to a living subject?
Look, Sally, I understand your concerns, of course I do. However, once in a while one has to trim the red tape. This is one of those occasions. Now, I really am in the most awful rush, my dear, but I have complete faith in you. And I'm suddenly alone. I pick up one of the samples from the box. It looks like a miniature milk bottle, but the fluid inside is creamier than milk. I retrieved the compounds from the cabinet that the professor wanted me to test and spent some time combining them with the sample. From what I can tell, the compounds are some kind of organic material, but no one has told me where they come from or what they actually are. I look at them under the microscope one by one and add a little bit of the sample. It's a bit like glue, so it's hard to get it to combine. But once I do, something odd happens. The dead cells that make up compounds start to move excitedly. They aren't coming back to life exactly, but they are behaving like living cells. I have no idea what this stuff is, or its intended use, but I do know that I feel uncomfortable applying it to live subjects. I look at the cats in their cages. They look back at me with trusting eyes. Fuck it. I suppose I have no choice. The professor will fire me if I don't do the job I was hired to do. I try to stay professional and detached. I open one of the crates and retrieve Muffin, a slightly plump Persian. She starts purring as soon as I touch her. She's a little older than the other cats and loves the attention. Hope this stuff doesn't harm her. I set her down on the counter, get a little of the sample, apply it gently to one of her legs. She seems a bit put out, but she's still purring. That's a good sign. I wait about 20 minutes and nothing has happened. Hopefully another good sign. Apply a little bit more to the back of her neck. This time I feel really uncomfortable. Doing this without any recommended dosage or guidelines. Flying blind goes against all of my training to date. But I have to have faith that the professor knows what he's doing. This is his project after all. After another 20 minutes, I don't notice anything physical. Though Muffin does seem to be a little more energetic than usual. She's happily chasing my pen across the counter. I wrestle the pen out of her grip and make some notes on my observations and place her gently back in the crate.
I decide to spend the night in the lab. I don't want to leave her alone just in case anything happens. But by 4 AM, Muffin is sleeping soundly, and I can't keep my eyes open any longer. So I head back to my tent. Got fired for no reason. It seems. Kibbles? You there? I'm sure I can hear rustling coming from the bush he likes to hide in. To jump at me. I brace myself for a sudden pounce, but nothing happens. It's my last day today, Kibbles. I wanted to say goodbye. Still no answer. Kibbles, I can't hang about, because this ferry is leaving in 5 minutes and I can't miss it. I strain to hear him, but I'm starting to think I must have imagined he was there. I will miss you, though. I open my bag and retrieve the small stack of comics I've been secretly saving every time there's a delivery from the mainland. Would love to see the excitement on his face when he looks through them. Some are pretty good. Others, not so. He would tease me about my taste, I'm sure. I wish he was here. With a heavy heart, I place the pile on the ground next to the bush.
I hope they're properly wrapped.
Kibbles, you're here.
You really should learn to respect things more. You can't just dump them, you know?
I get the feeling we're not just talking about the comics here. I know. I would never do that. But sometimes you don't have a choice. If I stay here any longer, I will lose my ability to work on the antidote.
You can go now. I'm bored.
Read the zines. Let me know what you think.
How would I even do that? I'm a cat, you know. I can't call you up.
Just think of me when you read them. I'll get the vibe. Goodbye, mate. I'll miss you. I walk away without looking back. So down at the docks, Joe is waiting with the boat. Hey, Joe. I suppose it's time. He hops deftly onto the jetty to grab my bag, throw it on deck and give me a steadying hand aboard. You look sad. You sorry to be leaving? Yeah, I am. Not crying, are you? I wipe my eyes with my sleeve. No. It's the wind. There's something about the look he's given me that I don't like, but I climb into the boat regardless. No point in getting upset over a bunch of old fleabags.
Don't talk about them like that. They're my friends.
Yeah, I thought so. Dad? Bob emerges from the little cabin where he steers the boat.
What's the fuss over here then?
No fuss, Dad. Just another of them bad ones. He nods his head in my direction. What do you mean bad? I haven't done anything.
It's okay. I don't mean no harm. It's just his way. We all ready to set sail?
There's something about the look he's given me that makes me uncomfortable. Yes, I'm fine.
Good. You go take over the wheel, Joe. There's a good lad. Oh, Dad, can't I stay and watch?
Watch what?
You do as you're told, boy.
Joe turns on his heel obediently, but as he goes I hear him say,
Enjoy your catnap.
Bob and I are left alone, facing each other. There is a long pause. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I feel I've upset you.
No, it's not personal. It's just we can't allow things to spread to the mainland. Got to contain it.
Before I can say anything, he's put a strange-looking gun from inside his jacket. See? Catnap. Strange-looking gun. They'd never mentioned this shit before. It's definitely tranquilizers. If you enjoyed this video, then tickle the like button, perhaps subscribe and check out the rest of the channel. And why not join us on the Facebook, Twitter, Discord and Patreon. Links are in the description and rolling through the credits right now. I've been Landis. This has been not quite a perfect date. Thank you very much and see you soon.
Wow, we had one successful date.